Okay, so is everybody on the site? It's pixelart.com. That's going to be the free site that we're using. It is in the Chizat right at the top, but we can make it in here again, throw an emoji on it. This is what you want. Happy. Boom. So that's going to be our website. You can create you can create a profile. Some of y'all have and shown me the work that you did last time. I appreciate that. You could also just go around and look at the other cool art that is up. But right now, let's just get started the drawing. So what I do is I go to the start drawing button. It's usually going to be a purple button up in the top right corner. Can y'all see my, wait, what is my screen sharing doing right now? Is it doing anything?
Have the like empty screen, like the empty canvas.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to new. There we go. Yours should pop up new. Because we're gonna make a pretty big situation today and relatively big drawing and fill up most of the canvas. Let's go pretty big. So how about I'm gonna go for 256. I'm gonna click the 256 by 144. See what that does. Okay, that's kind of wide and I like it. Now
256 by 144.
Yeah, you just want it big and wide.
Right.
Wide canvas. And if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand or blurt them out. I prefer the latter. Okay, there are too many lights right now over here.
I have a question.
Who has a question?
Me. She bites.
Hey, what's up? Welcome.
I hit start drawing.
Yes.
Is that right? Because it just made a canvas for me.
Yeah, so what you can do, you can go up to file right here in the
Oh, and then hit new?
Yes, then hit new.
Okay. And you said 256 by 144?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
Sorry. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just do a few minutes of warm-ups. All right, I'm gonna try and have y'all done in an hour. Let's do this. Okay, so warm-ups, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pencil tool. We're gonna change the pixel size up at the top to, nope, that's too small. We need it at, even still too small. Wait, is this my whole canvas? The thing about this is you can't zoom out, but it's okay. All right, pixelart.com, here we are, here we go. I'm gonna start off this way. I'm gonna just grab my bucket tool, which is over here on the left side with a B. You're gonna grab that, you're gonna pick a nice medium color. Maybe it's a medium-ish purple, right? Or a medium, not green, think sky color. So like purples, blues, reddishy orange, pinks, something chill right now. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the square tool, the square tool. So we fill in our color, then we get our square tool. So our square tool is awesome because guess what? It makes squares, but you can drag out a square, whichever size you need. So we're just gonna go ahead and draw a good square right in the middle. This is a rectangle, actually. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna click and drag across. And when you do that, when you drag across the x-axis, or if you go straight up with the y-axis, then it's gonna remain a straight line, but it won't be until you like stretch it out. That is your selection for your square, that it begins to show its rectangleness. Now what I want to do is I just want to make a line across the bottom of this. Cool. So this is going to be my sidewalk. And this is going to be my building. Now we can go many ways with this, but let's just keep on trucking along. Tisha, welcome. I'm on my clicks today. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make another square off the top of this by clicking this top right corner of my first square. And then I'm going to drag it down to the ground. And I don't want it as wide. You can make it as wide as you want to, but the shorter it is, the better right now. Okay. Okay. And you know what? I'm feeling like a balcony today. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another rectangle off the left side this time, though. So you're going to go right around the middle area. I'm just drawing an arrow for reference with a blocky arrow. No, there it is. There it is. This right around here is where I'm going to make a balcony. Bam. So just make a nice rectangle right off in the middle. Okay, so that looks good. You can zoom in and zoom out with your mouse scroll wheel or with the plus and minus buttons in the top right corner of your user interface. So let's keep on trucking. We got that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the side of my balcony. It could be a full balcony like that, or it could be a partial balcony like that. But when you do that, you got to make sure that you have balcony up here, right? So I like this. This is actually kind of unique. And then what I do is I hit E. The E button takes me to my eraser. And then I can just erase. Schedules. So I'm all on one layer right now. If you ever want to add more layers and stuff, you can go to the right side of the screen. And right beneath your preview window, it's a plus sign and a circle button that adds a layer. Right now, I'm not doing all that. I'm just I just want to keep moving and have some good pixel movement. Who's back? Who's there? Okay, boom. So now what I do is instead of using E, I can just, oh, snap. I can hit X and have switch between the colors that I want, right? So if I go to the color picker tool, I'm just kind of working out of a mistake that I just did, but basically I use the color picker tool. Use the color picker tool to select the background color because I'm not on a different layer. If I was on two different layers, then it wouldn't be a problem. But right now, I'm showing y'all the old school method. This is the power windows. This is the roll up windows of pixel art, right? Where power windows would be, you have multiple layers, roll up windows. Anybody remembers? Oh man, where'd you go? Okay, so P for pencil. Bam, there we go. All right. Use layers if you want to. That's the gist of what I was saying. Now, boom, X. Boom. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a door. So go back to my square tool. And you know what? I think I want this kind of be a wide door. That looks good. Maybe that's too tall. So maybe somewhere down here, just above the bottom. And you can have the door be on this side. That's a nice door. You could have it be on this side. It's a pretty good door too. Actually, I like my door right here. Okay. Now, what else can we do to this? Let's add some windows. We see you there. Don't worry, Kwame. It's gonna be all good. Oh, wait. Before we add windows, we need to add a roof. So first off, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my move tool because I'm so high up on the page. I'm just gonna scoot everything down. Just click it and drag it. And then I'm going to go back to my bucket tool, make sure I have that light, my background color selected. Boom. And I just fill that in. Okay. So we got that jungle. Y'all got some cool names today. Thanks for coming to class. I feel like my name's just Jam. Like Kwame, Sheena, Tisha.
Come on, Jam is live. You know it.
I like Jam. Jam is cool.
It's like a pleasure just to say it, you know? Jam. It's like, come on.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is think about our names, and also we're gonna draw a roof to this building here. What I do is I start, okay, I'm gonna start on the left side or the right side, just off to the side of it. And you know what? Let's make it kind of thin so we can put some plants up there. And what I want to do is I don't want to bring it all the way right at the center of this building. It'll look weird, and we want our painting to look natural as possible. So I just bring it right past the center point. If you see here, this is the center point, and I make that square right past it. This is called perspective in the art world. So when you ask your friends, you know, have you heard about perspective? They're like, oh my God, no. I'm sure all y'all have a lot of awesome professional artist friends, but if you don't, perspective in relation to art, I think it's what people really like in art. So, okay, now what I'm doing is I'm making some squares above my balcony. I'm not really sure how we access this balcony. So if we wanted it to be logical, I could just make a door right here. And that actually doesn't look bad. It's not as good a door as this one is down here to me, but you know, doors are subjective. Now, then I'm just gonna make another window over here. Bam. Okay. Now, if you want to make sure that everything is all lined up and like exactly good, all you got to do is go to, let me see, where's it at? File. No. It's over here in options. Movement.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How do I find the color, the previous color that I like was, designing with? I changed colors and now I'm absolutely lost as to finding the same color.
That's a very good question, sir. That's a very good question. So, would you mind sharing your screen? No. I don't even need your screen to say it, how to do it. All you got to do is hit the little turkey baster color picker tool over here on the menu with a V. That's
Boom.
V button, and then that'll select it. And then over right under here on your color squares under your tool menu, that is where you can hit X and swap back and forth between which color, right? So it's like an old school TV in that sense, where you get one channel to flip back through. So it better be a good one. It better not be no commercials. Yeah.
You saved me. Thank you.
Of course. All the jams are the best. Well, Tisha, you are the best jam that I know. Named Tisha. So shout out to you. Okay, so let's keep it pushing. Now I got my square tool again. And you know what? I think for this one, I'm gonna do something cool. Anyways, now with my square tool, I'm gonna start here. On the inside, we're going to make the banner for our braid shop or hair salon or whatever you want it to be. But mine's going to be a hair salon. So this is the double-decker enterprise right now. Make sure that you're on your darker color. And we're going to come in and color all this stuff in. But right now, we just need to lay out our design and figure out where everything's going to go. So I make a rectangle. It doesn't go all the way to the center line. And then I just make a smaller rectangle right off to the side of that. And for when I'm doing these kind of 3D shapes, you want to make sure the tops and the bottoms line up, because sometimes if you have like a little darkness down here, it can look weird if that's not what you're going for. If you are going for it, make it work for you. And Fidget, hello. Greetings.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Jungle, you're back. Back from the jungle. Hope you ain't bring no mosquitoes. We got plenty of those already. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix this door. I'm gonna make it a bigger door. Boom. Oh, now it's got a sweet wooden pane. Boom, boom. Well, bam. Okay. Not sure about that door. Like I said, not my favorite door that I've made. Now we got this one up here. The top area. I wish I had a fish. Where's that thing at? I feel like I can get a laser remote on here. I'll figure it out. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Let's keep making windows. That's calming. All right. This time we're gonna make some big old like bay windows. Okay, so with my dark color and with my square frame. I'm gonna come in. I don't want these to be something metal. I'm gonna come in here. I want them to be big, but not super wide, so they're taller. Lots of natural lighting. Okay. And then you know what? Let's make another balcony over here so that way we can still fit a trellis in. Or maybe the trellis just needs to come off this ways. You know what? We're just gonna have another balcony wrap around this. So with our square tool, writing in, I'm just gonna make a balcony. Bam. But for this one, we gotta have the 3D bits be on this side. So I just start at the top left of that previous of the balcony I just made and drag it down and to the left. Then I can get rid of this little bit right here. And well, bam, look at us. We're working in 3D. That could be a AC machine. That could be a wraparound balcony. The choice is yours. Do as many or as few as you like. And you know what? Let's do a few more. Now that I say that. So what I went to is I went to my select tool. Does it start off in a square? Yes, it does start off in a square. That's what I want. So all I do is I select this back balcony square bit. I hit my copy, and you can use Control V too. And then you can hit paste and look at that. Now, who's the architecture? Because it needs to design my house. Then you can go right here and hit Control V again. And maybe these two are like really close together. Yeah. Now, you may choose to have less windows. You may choose to have more windows. Your call. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of finish this out. I'm going to go to my circle tool. And then I'm just going to draw. Uh-oh, not that color. Hit X to swap back to colors. So you swap back to back colors. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my circle tool and I'm going to make some ovals on the top. Now these are going to be, this is my rooftop garden. Sustainability is a very important part of living in a neighborhood. And you need some good plants. Now you don't want them to be too tall, as I just discovered, but have a few of them over there. Some good plant action. And you know what? I think I'm going to make this balcony come over here some more because like I said, I wanted to add a trellis. Meaning like a vine system. Someone said, I'm on iPad. How do you do that with iPad? Copy and paste? Yeah, okay, so good question. So if you are looking to do that with your iPad, oh, with the select tool selected, so I select my bits, then you go to, it's under tool. There it is on the right side over here. If you go to the tool tab, you can copy, paste, and cut, as well as transform your image or whatever is selected. So if I wanted to turn it right, I can turn it this way. I actually kind of like this, and this might be my actual favorite door. Playing favorites. So see that, yeah, there's that types of thing. Bam. And how to undo? Undo is right at the top up here. So there's the pixel art symbol in the middle, and then on the left side, there's the tools and the file menu and stuff. The last two are undo and redo. And then also you can rotate stuff right next to the save drawing button on the other side. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in this area. Boom. Go back to my square tool. We're almost done with the outline here. Oh no, not that color. There we go. And I'm watching the chat. I can do that. I could do that with your iPad. And that's the thing I like about this app is because it's just internet. You don't need like a fancy computer to do it. You don't need all you need is your brain and a solid internet connection, and you're in the game. So it's very accessible. You know, if you got nieces or nephews or other folks who you want to share this with, or you're just like, man, they want to be on the computer, but I don't want them just noodling around too hard or whatever, you know, this is a great option for kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my door over because I want to have a barbershop spinny thing sign. Does anyone know what that's called? Is it just called a barbershop sign? You can speak. You can sit in the chat. I don't have time to Google it right now. Actually, I mean, it would take like 2 seconds, but I got to be focused on y'all. Y'all might need.
Right.
Okay. We got some, oh, next we need our sign up there. But you know what? Okay, let me slow down. So I moved my door over. I'm down here at my door. Now what I'm going to do is take my square tool. And then I'm going to make a nice long rectangle. Ooh. That goes just above the door, kind of long and a little bit wide. A barber pole. There it is. She say my granddad was so he would get high behind a barber pole. Yeah, my dad was lanky too. My granddad was also lanky, and so am I. Ooh, I think I'm the most wobbly of them all. But I don't know. Who knows? You know what it was like being a black lanky dude in the 1930s. That'd actually be a cool like premise for a show. Okay, so I got my barber pole. Thank you, the kid, for that. And then you know what? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add the top of it. Boop boop. 1, 2. It's almost like a little house. It's like a little wave on top. So what you do is you add. Okay. Let me slow down. So from the bottom of this barber pole rectangle here, you add one to the side, and then you add one right on the inside, and then another one right on the inside. You can also do it where it's one coming on the outside, up and out. And I actually like that one more, but we're gonna do both because we can. Okay, so I don't need to worry about the stripes right now. We'll do with color here in a moment. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, you know what? Yeah, let's add some window sills and then call it good. And oh yeah, trellis as well. It's a good word. Greta Grimplin. Yo, shout out. What up? Welcome. Grab your square tool and get to shaping. You didn't miss much. Besides some jokes and stuff. I mean, who doesn't love a good joke? So we just finished our barber pole. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our trellis. So I'm gonna take my line tool. So that's right underneath this pink eraser tool up here. So my line tool. And then if you have a bunch of stuff on this top balcony, get that out the way because it's going to be taken over by plants. So my line tool, I got my dark color. I'm just going to draw some diagonal lines. And then I'm going to draw some straight lines. Well, actually, they're not so straight. They're more like drag straight across and then get one like little divot in it, right? So like you can have some straight ones, but it also helps the illusion of this is a planter type of thing when you have a little bit of anglage. See? So it's kind of like a ladder, but it's not really a ladder. and then you can add a third diagonal, right? So you start off with 2, and then you kind of stretch out your lines, and then drop in a third, wha-bam. And then add some extendos. Very nice. Okay. Okay, we are almost there. Now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add some window seals to our windows, not to our ground. I lost my word there. I found it though. So what we're gonna do now for our window seals, we're gonna do these on the bottom ones. Feel free to do them on the top ones as you like, but I'm gonna do one with y'all and show you how you do it. So with our window seals, I'm gonna start to the left of my window here, maybe 1 or 2 pixels. And you can tell how many pixels because like when you move your mouse or whatever, it kind of clicks over. If you're on iPad, it might give you the little hover pixel of it. I'm not sure. I haven't played with it on my iPad, but that's just something to note. Then what you're going to do is you're going to draw a square there, kind of get rid of these inside lines. And you know what? We can keep this how it is right now. And then again, use the colors to differentiate the different parts of the 3D aspects of this. So what I'm going to do is do the same thing for, excuse me, some chicken and waffles. I actually had a good breakfast. Okay. So then you're just going to make another seal right here, get rid of the excess. So you want it like a full shape. None of that funny business, okay? And then, oh, someone call me?
No, I said got you.
Okay, bet. Everybody else good? Any questions? We haven't really done much. I mean, we have done much. Let me not.
You said
besides
that
make
squares. I wanted to push back. You're like, yeah, you didn't miss much. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, last thing we are gonna do is make a sign at the top. Okay, so square again, and then you can just make a nice, with your dark color, you can make a long one, you can make a short one, you can make a multi-tiered one. So here's one that will look multi-tiered, something like that, except actually lined up. Boom, boom, right? Something like that. Or you could have a circle up here, special price type vibe. I actually like this. Let's run with this. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this thing here. Let's turn it into a chimney and then put a bird on it later. Okay, so that's really close to that, but you know what? I'll take it. Boom. There we go. So I just easy peasy. I just took this random piece over here. Now, if I wanted to, oh, no. Yes. Okay.
What happened? I was looking at my canvas.
Oh, I just went back too many steps. Because I thought it was Control and then Control Shift Z, but it's actually Control Y. Okay, so crisis averted. All I want to do now is just kind of add another like layer on that thing. I want to add a 3D side to this top. Now, if you have a circle here, it's going to be much easier to either, let me zoom in, get rid of this add, to either click over 2 spaces, 1, 2, and then just kind of follow this line down. Oh, snap. If you hold shift, you can, okay, yeah, there we go. There you are. Nope, that's still wrong. Because you want these to line up. There it is. I did it wrong again. Because you want these to line up. And you work.
So that's the barbershop sign up there?
Yeah. So
what's the one? Because when I was drawing it, I didn't give myself enough space right there where you are there.
This one?
Yeah.
This one's going to be the hair salon sign.
Oh, we got mad signs up in there. Okay, I got
Plenty
you.
of signs. We got to let the world know we're doing hair over here.
Right.
Now, this is pretty good. Let's finish out this signage here. So again, with my square tool. Now the square tools are great, friend, because it helps keep things just super in line and perfect. And the less wonky things look, you know, the less it looks like it's not a perfect shape, the more the image and the idea and the illusion of this artist thrown off. So there's that. Now I'm just gonna create some post here. For my post up at this top sign, I don't want them too thin and I don't want them too long. I'm just gonna have a nice double dark line and then one kind of open line here. And you might have to move around some of your plants. I don't want to sacrifice any of my rooftop plants, but I must for the art. Boom, so a double, and then you can just do a straight one right next to it. You don't have to make it wide. But there we go. Nice. Okay, that's a good plant. I'm not mad at that. Planter, we got our bottom door, we got our top door. So how about for this door, we add another square on top and we can put like an open sign or something like that up there. That'd be chill. Okay, perfect. Look at this. This is great. All in like half an hour. So you already guessed what's next. We're just gonna color this piece of property. We're gonna add some few more details. Now, what I want to do is I'm gonna get rid of this, part right here. Now, if you load it straight into pixelart.com, then you should have the default palette selected. Okay. Oh, can I? I'm not even gonna worry about all that. Common? Oh, I like this common palette. So what you can do is you can change around the palettes that you use. Palette being the amount or the color selection that you're using. This vintage palette is pretty nice. It's got a good selection of colors in there. Some of them are bright, some of them are dark. I like that. The default palette is cool. It's got pretty much all the colors you could want. I also like that. Simple palette. It's more of a simple palette, but not in the way of it's like less colors, but it's like not as complex colors as something like common or skin tones or vintage. I like skin tones right now. It doesn't.
Where do you get those? Because I only see default, simple, common, and skin tones.
Oh, you know, maybe can you scroll down to vintage?
Let me see if it's just the positioning.
This might also be I don't know what happened here. But you can always add colors over here.
Oh, it says new palette.
New palette. Don't worry about doing a new one. I would just go from either simple or common. Common's a good one. They've got a good selection there. Actually, I'll use common right now. Okay, so now with we got a pretty good situation going on here. If you want to, you can hit your select all this stuff and then just reverse it just to see how things look for you. See if there's anything out of place. I'll just click out of this right now. So I like everything. It looks like my doors are about the same. This window's nice. Got my trellis here, beloved. Gonna put my bird up there. We got plenty of depth on stuff and nothing's like really like too lined up. Like when you have, I'm not really gonna get into it, but like how over here on this left side where my trellis meets the wall, you really don't want too much interaction like that between crossing points just because it's like visual noise. And right now we're going for readability. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this back. I'm gonna reselect it. I'm gonna flip it back. You can also flip it upside down, but we don't need to do all that. Fidget says he needs a hair trim. Let's do it then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a really fun color for you, the building, right? We want it to be bright. So we're gonna go with, let's actually go to the simple tones. We're gonna go with, oh, I like blue. So I'm gonna go with blue. And then I'm just gonna start clicking on the face of my building. Bam. Just like that. And if everything's connected and there's no breakups or no points where the outline is disconnected, it should fill in relatively quickly. That's what you want. Now that we got that, I used a color right here in the middle of the simple color palette. I want to be able to go darker and I want to be able to go lighter. So if I use one that's too light, then it might just take too much away from the other stuff that I think is cool. So this one feels like a Miami type of vibe. But regardless of where it's located, I'm just going to select a darker color. I like to go over 2 here from where I am. And if you guys can see the highlighted color. So it started out here, then I moved over 1, 2, and then I'm just going to fill in this side. Zoom in and fill in the place where your trellis is. Now, I like to leave some space in here because I know I'm going to come in with my brighter green in order to paint some awesome vines. So I just like to leave a few right now, so that way I know there's a good trellis coming. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select I'm going to go 1 color up, and I'm going to get the sides of this of the balconies on the right side of the building, right? I don't want that same middle color that's on the front. That's too bright, and right now it's on the side of the building and it's not getting that much light. So I want it to be right between the dark color of this wall and the light color of the front wall. So I just chose the middle one in between those, and then I can still have the outside of this balcony be that same color. I could go even darker. Your call, but I'm going to go with the same color right now. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get our windows. We want them to be a really light color, not all the way white, but something bright. Now, you could even have some of them have no lights on in them. It's kind of hard to see, but something nice and bright. Click in your windows. Boom. And as you can start to see, you can even look in your preview mirror window up here. It will show you what you're working with. And we're working with some pretty good stuff right now. So I'm going to go with a nice yellow, and I'm going to fill in my front sign. Again, I'm just using the colors that I like. Please use the colors that you like. And what I'm doing right now is I'm working in a way that's going from my most simple, my most biggest shapes, and then I'm working my way down to my detail shapes, right? Because when you have it just works out better this way. I've discovered for me. Feel free to try another method and let me know how that works out. So now for the side of this orange, this yellow sign, I'm gonna go with like a darker orange rather than this kind of mustard green. I think it'll look nice. Maybe I'll go with a darker orange. It's brown now. That'll work. Then, our roof. So I'm gonna go for a dark gray here, or I would go for like a dark purple. Like, that's kind of hard. I like that actually. So I'm gonna go with dark purple all the way around, and then I'm gonna hit it with an even darker purple on the right side. Nice.
Is there like a standard color set for them?
I'm just using the simple color set right now. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know if there was like a standard that like people that do 8-bit art in general kind of like stick to, or like maybe there's like an old school like style that they were only able to use that some people use or something? I don't know.
There is. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Lowspec.com. That's a site where people upload different palettes. So like if you Fidget had a painting that you wanted, you pulled a color palette from and wanted to share with the world, you could just share those values, the color values, and then people can play with them as it is. But as far as like there being like kind of one color palette to rule them all, I don't think so. I like EDG 32, so that's what I use most of the time. I like the kind of vibrant neon ones.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Good question. Let me see. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna color the top sign here. I got some purple. I already got yellow right here. Let's just make it blue again, but a nice bright blue. I'm gonna fill that in, and then I'm gonna fill the sides in. Because it's not as thick as this one is, I'm gonna go, no, let's try 2 over. That's fine. Actually, no, it's not. I'm gonna go up to a darker blue, like actual blue, and then use that as the shade tone. This is called hue shifting. Now last part, let's color in this like weird box up at the top. So I'm gonna make the sides darker gray, and I'm gonna make the stop part like a lighter gray. Oh, and then of course we need our planters. So our planters are gonna be something bright. How about like this orange? I would go for like a terracotta color. So how about like darkish red? It might need to be more orange for you, but I kind of like this, and it'll go really good with the greens that I'm gonna put in. Okay. Now, now what we're gonna do is, we got to get this last part up here. So I'm gonna make that be brighter blue. Oh, it's the same color. It could look weathered. I'm into that. Maybe this is like a slightly less bright blue. Yeah, so I'm going to put that slightly less bright blue up here. Still use a rather dark color for the shadow. And then I also want a darker gray on this side, but I'll keep the top the same. I don't think that makes much of a difference. It's kind of really small. You know what? Let me try something. No, I like it. It's the bright one. Okay, so now with that, now that I have this gray, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in some areas. Oop, like this top of the door area right here. I filled this in. That's gray now. And then the top of my other door, let's make that gray. And then you know what? Let's go to a lighter gray and fill in the tops and bottom of our barber pole. Okay. And then I'm going to go to a red color. Now, do I want the most punchy red in the world? Probably not. I wanted something a little bit darker. But now what we're doing, no, let's just fill it in. Fill it in with red. Cool. Then I'm going to go to a blue. But I'm going to go to my pencil tool now. So now we're going to get into a little more of the details. So I'm going to go to my pencil tool. I'm going to go, now I'm inside the red. I'm going to go 1, 2 on one side. Then I'm going to go up 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. You could even get fancy and add some white in there if you want. 1, 2, 1, 2. I actually like the fanciness. There it is. Now, to get even fancier, what we can do is we can take a slightly darker gray than the top and bottom of our barber pole, and then just put a nice little gradient right in there. Now that's what I'm talking about. And so we zoom out and look at that. It is already, it's coming to life. Okay. Now what you all can do, I'm about to take a quick popsicle break and grab a popsicle. Also, check with my girlfriend real quick. Quick popsicle break. What time is it? 6:31. Yeah, we're almost done here. Quick popsicle break, and then y'all work on adding some plant action. You can draw some vines over here on your trellis. Feeling frisky, you can draw a pigeon up here. It's a little wonky pigeon boy. Oh, I actually like this.
Nice.
And then what I really want y'all to do is get some like words up here. So I'm gonna show you how to do words real quick. All you do is make a square. Oh, you're gonna hit the fill button up at the top. So you can make a square off to the side. I don't know how to make it perfect right now. Either way, make a nice square, make a series of squares. And then what you do is you can select the color in the background. You can create letters by deleting from the squares. Does that make sense? Look like this. If I wanted to make a J, I can just make the J inside of the shape. That way I know all of my shapes are going to be the same. So if I wanted to put my last initial and R, so obviously I would get rid of all of this. Wait. Yeah. There we go. So there we have like our J, right? And then if I wanted to do an A, so I'm just carving out, boom, there's my A. It's a little small, but it doesn't matter. It's the same size, and that's what we want. So I go to this color, and then I select this puppy. Boom. So J-A. Then from there, you can create whatever letters you want. Or maybe you say, I'm a rebel, Jamali. I don't need no guidelines. So all you do then is you just turn your pixel size up. Or if you aren't a rebel, you can just use the text tool and then type and then use these different, use the different fonts that are available. The smallest you can get is 28. So with some of these fonts. So if you're thinking about getting crazy, you might want to reel it back a little bit and just get wacky, right? So let's see, J-A, jam. Oh, that's a apostrophe. Why did the M and the N look the same? Jamali. See, so you can do things like that. Or like you said, if you say, Jamali, I'm a straight rebel and I don't need no guidelines and I don't need no font tools. You know what? You can just draw out whatever you want with a larger, like, don't go with no baby thing right now, unless you're like really skilled and like want some clarity like that. But I think go with a text, a pixel size of like 2 or 3, and that'll make it nice. That way people can see it. So you can write braids, right? And so then from here, you can just go ahead and copy all this, copy it, and then paste it. You could cut it as well. See, that's too much. I don't need all that. But what do I want? Here you can go to your wand, and then you can click the, how do I add more things? Either way, have fun is what I'm telling you. And make some words. I'm gonna write breeze for someone named Bree. Briante. There we go. Breeze. And then there's like, and because their name is Breeze, there's like a little wind symbol up here. How about that? Whoosh. See, that's branding. Swoosh. Nice. Okay, so Okay, y'all play with that for a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm trying to see what yours looks like, Kwame.
I guess we could do that. Let's see. Let's jump in between the windows and share screen. Sure. Let's make sure we let him know that he's not sharing the screen anymore.
I'm
so
not.
this is where I'm at. Can you see it?
Whoa, yeah,
Whoa.
that looks so cool.
Nice. Good trellis.
Thank you. Working it out. Thank you for the lesson. One of the things I realized is I made the proportions like really small, and so even this one here, it was the whole building was about this tall, and I wasn't going to have any room to write anything, so I used the cut and paste, and I raised the whole thing, and then I connected these lines here. So that's cool to figure out.
Yes, sir. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, let me
back to share.
Yeah, let me get back to sharing. Let me wrap this on up. How do I do it? Others. I'm gonna take over now.
Are you sharing?
I'm about to.
Oh,
okay, there we go. Hey, I'm back, everybody. Thanks for your patience. So
we were all talking about something. What kind of popsicle are you gonna pick?
It's a good question. It's an orange and pineapple flavor.
That sounds delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
Nice. We weren't really all talking about it, but
I know. Okay, so let's just add a few more bits here, and then we'll call it good. So I got my bird up there. I'm gonna go to a relatively bright green, and I'm just gonna draw some plant matter up here. Just kind of make some bushels. Some of them can go over it. Maybe not many of them do. Maybe it's a little palm tree.
I keep forgetting the last tool that I was using. And then like when it's the bucket, I just paint everything and have a mini. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. You really gotta be tool aware here. Now that's actually a really bright green. So it's too bright for my taste. So I'm just gonna go in here with my bucket tool. There we go. That feels good. Now for my letter here, I want Bree's name to be relatively bright. So let's just make that, and then I'll come in here with a nice dark blue and one dot over. I'll just make a nice little shadow. So this way it's not such a plain sign, just straight up black. But we got this awesome sign by one of their local printer friends. They probably went to high school with.
I love the detail. The background.
Yes, sir. And I think that's what I was looking at this really cool YouTube video that was talking about like all these different movie magic tricks. And I was like, you know what? It's totally about setting the stage or like making a set for your art to like exist in. So yeah, it's fun to think about stories and where things originate from. And yeah, it's just cool like that.
I agree.
Okay, so that's too much. And then you can just add some of the similar color around it. Boom. Breeze. Tight. Okay. So there's that. That actually looks pretty good. Now, this braid that I wrote is too big, but let's do something else real quick. Let us add some windows. So I'm gonna go to how about this like dark purple or this light, super light purple. If you ever wanted to make your own custom purple, as which I may right now, just drag this a little bit closer to the white. You can just click these color squares right over here on the left side. So I'm gonna go to this light purple, and then I'm just going to make some, actually, before I even do that, I'm gonna go to my line tool, and then I'm just gonna make some lines going diagonally inside of these windows. Now, if you want to be fancy, which I know many of y'all are, you can create like little silhouettes in the window. Let's do that for the lower level. That won't take us long. Now, if we want them to be like super perfect and stuff, it will take us long. But we're awesome. We've been moving quick today, so let's do this. Now, we know that our windows are this lightest blue color, so let's just take it down a notch to the slightly lesser lighter blue. Now that's way too bright still. I needed to be way less saturated. So what if I went to this color? Nope, that green don't work. Let's just go regular gray. Now I'm just drawing some kind of general shapes right now. I don't actually like that. Let's make it a little bit darker gray. Yeah, there it is. So that's what we did. It's 2 steps off from the white with my gray here. Now do I want one person in the chair, or do I want to have the whole chair situation going on? I don't know. So I'm just going to draw some random shapes right now. And because we're kind of so far away from it, when we're looking at it perspective wise, we're just going to say that it's some good figures and that it's a good busy day at the salon. Okay. Now I can use that same gray to make a nice little bar here. Add a little bit of dark gray at the top. I can add dark gray at the top of my windows too. Why not? Have a little shade there. And you can do that with your mouse tool, with your paint tool, or with your line tool, however you want to roll it. Then I'm going to draw like a nice little vertical going across the middle of my door here. So it has a handle, right? So this is up here. You can just kind of make some random dots or whatever that represent the street address. You get even gold or yellow if you like. Okay. And then we're going to go back to that light purple, that very light purple. And then we're going to do some diagonal lines on top of, oh, snap. That's not it. Is this it? Oh, no, I made my own custom color. So I have to go to my color picker, pick that color, then go to my line. And then, okay, there we go. So then I'm going to draw some diagonals here. Okay. Now, when I zoom out, or you can even see it in the preview window here, you can see that there's some cool stuff going on behind those windows. Now, we got that. We got to add some glares. Next thing we're going to do, we're just going to finish off this section here. So I'm just going to add 2 dark purple dots to the inside of this window sill here, the right inside of that. Make a nice square in essence. Boom, boom. And then last thing I'm going to do, actually, second to last thing, I'm going to add some vertical lines, some dark gray or even slightly lighter grays right here on this top, like electrical box thing. So I can go a little bit lighter gray on both sides. I actually could have used that darker gray. Boop. Make a nice little square system here or something. Right, just something. I got a pigeon up here. I'm gonna give it a slightly lighter eye. Oh no. Oh wait, actually I like that. Okay. My breeze, I don't know about that, but I got a good trellis over here. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is create some of those, like, you know, when you see a braid shop and they got the multiple like black girls with the examples of the braids. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go to a nice brown color. And maybe I'll do this first. I'll put braids. I'll write out braids with my tool. Okay. Boom. And then I want to do this. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I got that. You know, I mean, we may not even have space for that, for what I wanted to do, but it's okay. Get out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my bucket tool. I'm gonna grab this yellow color. I'm gonna fill in right around these braids. Boom. So now it's all the same color. Fill this space back in. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Looking pretty good. Maybe we just add a fun little swirl up in here. We actually, you know what? Let's not say what we can't do. Let's go in with some browns and make some kind of just like blobs, if you will. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select a nice dark black color and then just draw some kind of diagonals off of that. Boom. And then, so using the power of diagonals and some verticals, bam. Oh, okay. Actually, that looks kind of tight.
Nice.
See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And so from there, here we can go much crazier and much further. But one thing I like to do is just kind of add some like little details, some like verticals that kind of represent bricks. You can even add more shadow underneath the balcony if you like. Just adding more depth to our image. We can add some shadow here. Taking the square, making sure it's filled, click in. Yep, it's a nice darkness. Bam. We can even add one underneath our windowsill. There's that. And not even gonna worry about over here on the barber pole. But last thing we can do, we can just fill in some darker zones in these plants up here. Boom. And for me, I might need a little bit brighter or an outline or something in my, let's just add some white to the top of this, to the top of my breeze. Boom, just like that. And then some on the top here. Cool. Breeze, you're gonna leave with an ice cold haircut. So you can use that same patterning method that we used on the side, on the front here. Just kind of make some long, streaky things. Excuse me, you like. You can make them browner and dirtier. You could make them lighter and brighter, right? But the idea is, out of the way, bug. The idea is you just have some fun with it. That's the goal of the day. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. This is a great time. Anybody got any questions, comments, questions? Oh, wait, before we do that, I got to show you how to export this bad boy. Okay. In order to export this, first off, we had this huge canvas that we don't really need all of. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to fill in all this area, get rid of that. All this extra fluff, don't need it. Oh, but before I even do any of that exporting, I just want to put my, come on. Oh, okay. Signature. You got to do it. You don't have to do it, but it really helps. People know who made this. Now, all I'm going to do is go to save drawing and then go to download.png.gif. Normally, it starts off at 1 times the size, which is, of course, the original size. But if you want to share it on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or other social media, all you got to do is go to hit the little button there, and it'll scale it up for you, all nice and pretty. Twitter or Instagram are both good. It's just going to give you the width. Normally it's square, so don't worry about it. Either way, just hit one of those buttons. That'll get you straight. Then hit download.png. That's that blue button. It downloads, and then where's my chat? Where's my chat, bro? Zoom. Oh, there it is. And then how do I do it? Oh, there we go. Frame. So, oh, what's happening? There we go. Oh. Let me share this. Change my share. So I put it in the chat. I absolutely have no clue. Yeah, I guess I have too many things over. So there it is. And now it is shared with the world, with you all. That's how you do that. And so I'm really happy with how this came out. I hope y'all have some amazing little shops. I hope you get your hair did. And if it's already did, it looks great. Let me just tell you that, even if no one else told you. So I appreciate y'all for real. Hey, let me throw this in the chat too. So you can always see a bunch of my art on my Discord, as well as, oh, okay, let me just go back. Is it on my face? Stop screen sharing. Oh, that's how is that how I share sound? I don't know. Whatever. Yo, I'm gonna put my stuff in the chat. I hope y'all had some fun. I hope y'all learned a little something. You know, normally in my classes I go like 2 hours. So it was fun to see how much I can get done in 1 hour. And I'm pretty happy with this. This is a great intro to pixelart.com. Normally in my classes I go much more deeper, and as far as like explaining things and doing warm-ups. But this was a good short thing. So I put my website up. I also do commissions. So if you're like, Jamali, this is fun and stuff, but actually you got it, bro. Can you design me something? Yes, I will design you something. And we can talk about prices. We could talk about the extent of your project. Do you want a whole series of NFT pieces? Do you want just one cool thing? Or maybe you have a PFP that you really love and you're like, oh man, this would look so dope in a pixel version. I'm your guy. So while you share your awesome pixel arts with the world, anybody you know, if you do know anybody, send them my way, because I like meeting people and I like teaching folks. And speaking of teaching, I got a Patreon coming up soon where you can learn all the art skills in a way that where it doesn't have to be live. Right now, you can do that on YouTube, but I know some of y'all ain't paying for YouTube Premium, so you get hit with them ads. This way, you don't have to pay YouTube. You just pay and support me. So you ain't got to get no ads. You just get straight up unadulterated art and art knowledge. So that is me. Keep on encouraging each other. Keep on being awesome. Look out for more NFT drops and physical drops from me. And that's all.